Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Ken's Cuts. Thanks so much for stopping in on this Sunday edition. I'm going to try an attempt to pick up where I left off last week with the splitting of that cherry that I was, given a couple of weeks ago by a new tree service that I connected with. And at the end of last week's video, I was doing a close-up splitting some cherry, and the camera overheated, and then Ken overheated, and Ken was out of water. So I shut everything down, and that's been the extent of it. This week we've been high 90 degrees every day. Heat index is over 100. It's Saturday morning. It's actually approaching noon, and it's about 83 degrees, going to a high of 86. And I decided today not to char bake, so I popped up this little 10 by 10, which was still in the bag and had never been, opened before. So it took a few minutes to get that spread out. But we have it up over the machine here, and fortunately, the 10 is tall enough to reach and cover the vertical ram and the cylinder. So I'm going to get things set up. I've got some rounds left here from last week. I'm going to attempt to split some more of this cherry and start putting up smoker wood on a fresh pallet that I constructed last week, which I put together off camera. So the little bit of cherry that I did last week went on that pallet, and we're going to continue today. So let me get the machine warmed up, get the wheelbarrow in place, and get this axis going, and we'll bring the camera in under the tent, so hopefully we don't overheat again this week. And hopefully the mic works a little better. During part of the split last week, I was doing those mini splits, and the microphone, came unglued. The receiver from the phone, became disconnected, and there was no audio. So we're going to give it a try again this week. And if it doesn't work this week, we'll just have to buy better microphones. So stick around. We'll be right back.
chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Alright guys, that was 3 monster cherry rounds. And I'm going to pan you over here. This wheelbarrow. You can see it. There we go. That wheelbarrow's pretty full. I kept the slab wood off to the side. I was talking during the recording, and something's going on with these microphones. The noise canceling is canceling out the motor and Ken's voice. So I'm going to play back these couple audio clips. I kept recording different ways, moving the mic around, and I'm going to listen to that back. We're going to go get this split. I'll take you around the corner, show you the pallet that I have started, and then as I said in the video that I was just recording, if there's no audio and the machine is wiping out my voice through the recording, then we'll just have to put you in time lapse and you'll get to listen to some music. So stick with me for a minute. We're going to go over to the pallet and we'll get the stuff stacked up. Be right back. Okay guys, so last week I framed up a fresh pallet here, and as you can see here behind me, there's some really dark cherry here. That's all been sitting there in the sun baking for a week. And then yesterday, overnight, and again this morning, we had our first rain, measurable rain, in probably 2 weeks. So that's the result of what I was able to get done last week before the camera shut down. So here in front of me, I've got this wheelbarrow load that I just split. And as I just said to you, I'm not sure how the audio is going to be, so I'll have to listen to it on the playback. So I figure I'll take a minute and talk to you guys here while I'm doing this. And I'm going to, up the right side here, put the slab wood that's holding the bark. We're going to set this up and bunk style the end here. Pull a few of these pieces, start the end bunk. This was all tree service wood, so the lengths are a little bit crazy. I gave him my nominal size, but you guys all know how it goes. Unless I hand them a perfect stick and say, here, cut to this size. You know, I'm not going to get what I'm after unless I do it myself. So, my neighbor's weed eating behind me. Sorry for the background noise. Hopefully you can hear me okay now. So, all of this barkless heartwood will be smoking wood. And the stuff holding the bark, what I call my slabs, will be fire pit wood, stove wood, what have you. Whatever the customers want to use it for. I'll actually be using some of this in my solar stove in the fall. Because the dog days of August are coming. This stuff's going to dry really quick. We haven't had this kind of heat for this long since last year, and it was more into August that we had these kind of temperatures with that tropical storm that came through Texas, clipped up the coast and gave us some rain, which we desperately needed. We've got Wharton State Forest to the south of us, was burning last week as a result of somebody shooting off fireworks in the woods for 4th of July. And at the first count, it was 1,200 acres of a wildfire burning. And I talked to my buddy on Thursday night, I think it was, and the last report was that it was up to 5,000 acres and burning out of control. So hopefully Mother Nature did her part to help to wet things down, keep it from spreading any further. That's just crazy. Somebody horsing around in the woods can start a 5,000 acre wildfire because of a couple stupid fireworks. But to each his own. This cherry smells absolutely wonderful. And for all you woodhounds out there, I'm sporting my Sawdust is Man Glitter t-shirt thanks to Mike and Melissa over at Outdoors with the Morgans. Had a brain fart there. Couldn't think of their channel. Everybody knows Mike Morgan. Try and keep this stacked pretty neat, but not overly tight, because we do want it to get a little bit of air. Obviously. Alright, that's a wheelbarrow empty. I'm going to go check this audio out, see what's going on. Alright guys, that's about going to do it for this one. I had another time-lapse running a few minutes ago, and the phone was just out of the shade of the canopy, and it overheated about 15 minutes into the time-lapse, so Lord knows what we got for footage. And then a piece or two that I opened was loaded full of grubs and baby white termites. So I loaded everything into a wheelbarrow separately, and I looked across and my neighbor was actually burning brush in his burn barrel. So I wheeled it over there and made my donation to his burn barrel, because I will not put anything in my wood pile that has a chance of having bugs in it. Anyway, while I was there, he commandeered me into helping him adjust a few of his sprinkler heads. He was having some trouble. So it's now about 4 o'clock. We're pushing 90 degrees and I'm exhausted. I've got a couple rounds here that I didn't get to. The wheelbarrow was full, so I just pushed that off camera and got that all stacked. And it's sounding like the videos that I shot earlier while I was narrating and running the machine are not going to have very good audio. So I'm going to do the best I can with this one, guys. Again, thanks a lot for watching to the end. If you like this kind of stuff, please like the channel, like the video, subscribe, and share with your friends. It would mean the world to me. Thanks a lot. Have a great week, and we'll catch you next Sunday. Take care, everybody.